And I want to deal with, what do you do when it's the last straw? I can't take no more. I'm done. I've had enough. My back is against the wall. I painted myself into a corner. I cannot see my way out. Can't see my way clear. Anybody ever been in that situation? Let me tell you, if you've not been in that situation, Brenda, you may end up in that situation. That's just how life is. So, what do you do when it's the last straw? It's going to give you the text to talk and the takeaway. The text this morning is John 5:7. Excuse me. John 5:7. John 5:7 says this, Sir, I have no man to put me into the pool. Here is the man at the pool of Bethesda, beside the pool that has 5 porches to it. And there is an understanding that when the water is troubled, you need to get into the pool. If you get into the pool when the water is troubled, then you will be healed. Now, here is the deal. Theologians and historians say that it really wasn't an angel as much as it was the fact that there was an underground stream that went past and then fed into this particular pool. It was random. You never knew when it was going to be disturbed, when you were going to see ripples in the water. People thought then that there was an angel. Based on that superstition alone, people would get into the water and they would be healed. How about that? Based on that, they put their faith in the troubling of the water. Now, there's a man that has been there for 38 years. He's been coming for 38 years. He's been coming there for 38 years, sitting there waiting. This is his last straw. This is all he's ever waited for. He's had enough. He can't do anything other than get there, and he's at the edge of life. 38 years. Can you imagine that? Almost a generation, 40 years. What do you do when you're in that situation? Listen to what happens in the text. The first thing you got to do is stop the pity party and check your posse. Stop the pity party and check your posse. I want you to get this. What do you mean by this? In verse 6 and 7, when Jesus comes up to him, he's been lying there for somewhat 38 years. He's in a pity situation. Woe is me, for I'm undone. You need to stop sending out invitations to pity parties because ain't nobody coming. And on top of that, check your posse. Who's in your party? I mean, come on. How does he get to the pool if he's crippled for 38 years, other than somebody brings him there, leaves him there? You would think that the person that brings him there, that leaves him there, how many of his 1 or 2 or 3, however, they would then hover and wait till the water is moved and help him get in there, even in the faith of superstition. So sometimes you're in a pity party and you need to be mindful who's in your posse, who's in your party. Because if you with me like that, why you can't hang around long enough to push me in the pool so I can get healed? What you do is just bring me here and leave me. Stop the pity party. If it's your last straw, you've had enough, stop the pity party and check your party. Check your posse. The second thing is this. Respond to the commands of Jesus. Respond to the commands of Jesus. I want you to see in verse 8 of John 5 and following. Verse 8, I want you to see the fact that Jesus doesn't give him anything other than a word, a command. Get up, pick up, and walk. Get up, man. Pick your bed up and walk. That's what he does. Jesus gives him the command and he does that. He responds to what Jesus tells him to do. Here's the third thing that I need you to get. The third thing is this. Put your life back together after Jesus takes care of you. After Jesus heals you. Now I want you to see something later on in verse 14 in that same chapter. Check it out. In verse 14 in that chapter, he goes to the temple. Jesus sees him at the temple. Jesus comes up to him and says to him, look, go and don't sin no more. Wow. We didn't even know the man was a sinner. In verse 1, it doesn't start out like that. We didn't know that could it be that his condition was by his own hands, and what Jesus has said now, because, and I'm not trying to get pious here, because all of us got some struggles. But check this out. I want you to check this out. Sometimes you can have your back against the wall, painted into a corner, nowhere to turn based on some decisions you've made. That doesn't mean that Jesus is done with you. What it means is this, is that he can bring you out of it. But when he brings you out of it, he wants you to put your life back together. That's what he says to the man. Hey, I need you now to go and don't sin. Don't do that again. That's what happens. It's a powerful story. So, hey, let's just summarize it real quick, and then let me give you the takeaway. He's stop the pity party and check your party. That's what happens with the man, the pool of Bethesda. Stop the pity party when you've had enough, and I can't take no more. When it's the last straw, stop the pity party. Ain't nobody coming. Ain't nobody coming. And check who's running with you. Respond to what Jesus is telling you. Open up that word and respond. Pick up, walk, and put yourself back together. What you going to do now? What's your takeaway on this morning? This Friday morning. What an excellent morning it is. And let me drop this commercial in before I give you the takeaway. Hold on. I got a word for you Sunday. You cannot miss Sunday. Mind your business. It's going to be a word, a revelation you haven't heard. What's your takeaway this morning? It's never the last straw with Jesus. It's never the last straw with Jesus. It's your last straw. It's your back against the wall. You've had enough. You're just a setup for Jesus. Jesus, I'm here to tell you, Jesus is going to step in. He's going to give you what to do. And when you respond, you're going to come out of this. Hey, the Lord be with you today. May his face shine upon you and give you peace. I know I've been on Memorex and record for the past couple of days, but I'm live this morning. I'm live this morning, and I'm going to be live Sunday. You better check it out. You cannot miss the word this Sunday. I'm already ready to preach it. Lord be with you. Have a great weekend. I'll see you Sunday morning with more. I'll see you Monday morning with more Morning Manna. I'll see you Sunday morning with a word from on high. God bless you. Bye now. Share the manna. Share the manna. I almost forgot. Share the manna. Don't keep it to yourself.